Yeah, welcome in everybody. It's December the 13th, Wednesday, 2023, and this lady in Pinellas Park, Florida, just south of me, was sued for $250,000. I saw it late last night by Luke Combs because she created tumblers, which you see over my shoulder on the screen here, with his likeness, his face, his words, his albums, his everything on it, and she was selling them on Amazon. She only made like $380 in sales, supposedly, but she got a lawsuit filed against her, and this actually came out of Chicago, surprise, where the lawyers are located. And it was a crazy story because people were like, oh my God, she just sold some tumblers, a couple of dollars. What people don't understand is, and let me tell you, this isn't going to end the way you think it is. Hang around for what actually happened because Luke responded to the lawsuit. And I'm going to tell you what he said, which was crazy. This is blatant trademark infringement. You can't take someone's likeness, especially a celebrity like this, a well-known singer, probably one of the biggest singers in the world right now, besides Taylor Swift and maybe Morgan Wallen or whatever his name is. This is a celebrity that trademarked his name and his albums and his everything. You can't do that. Like, that is against the law. That is blatant trademark. Whether she meant it or not, what she did is illegal. And I don't feel sorry for sellers that do that. Now, if she had gone to a thrift store, not knowing anything, and bought one of these and resold it, then I would have some sympathy for her because she might not realize that this is not authentic. She knew this wasn't authentic because she made them. She blatantly made them. Whether she knew what she was doing or not, it's against the law. Now, this morning, about 5:30, 6 o'clock Nashville time, 7:30 here on the East Coast, I actually saw it right around 9 a.m. And thank you to the dozens, literally dozens of you that sent me this story and the follow-up. Luke Combs put out a video that has now gone viral. He responded to the lawsuit, and he did it in a great way. And Luke is a great guy. I don't know Luke from Adam. He's a singer. I enjoy his music. I went to his concert a couple months ago. Fantastic concert. Awesome guy. Really seems genuine through the internet and through everything that you see. And he proved it today. He has made a video telling everybody that he is going to get her out of this lawsuit because she was not the intended target. His company set up with lawyers to shut down these big Chinese and overseas fake merch makers. So people are making shirts and tumblers and coffee mugs with his, exactly like this, with his name and face and everything, in mass. They're creating thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of these shirts and these mugs and these tumblers and selling them. Luke makes a very lucrative, no pun intended, income off of selling his merch at concerts and on his website and on different places. He doesn't want other people ripping him off. Rightfully so. He is a celebrity. He is a successful person who has the right to sell his own trademark merch with his name and his likeness. And nobody else has the right to do that without permission. That's the way it works. Now, what she did is wrong, and he said, I'm targeting these big companies. I'm not worried about these little people selling a few on the internet. Now, Luke's a great guy, and he's got a good heart, clearly, and he's trying to do the right thing, and it's probably good for PR, and I applaud that. However, it gives a bad precedence where it's telling people like, oh, as long as you're small time, you can do it, and your favorite celebrity won't come after you or they'll help you out of it. And now you're going to see people making 300 Taylor Swift Airs tumblers to sell, thinking that if they get caught, Taylor Swift will get them out of it or they'll have a way out of it. And that's just not the case, right? I can't speak for Taylor or any other celebrity, but a lot of these celebrities are very, very vicious. They protect their name and trademark with all there is to give. And Luke does too. He hired that law company who's a bulldog, but he wasn't intending it to affect, a lady in Pinellas Park, Florida, who's selling a few things to make some money for Christmas. So what he agreed to do is give her Amazon account was frozen. And this is what's funny. She says she only sold $380 worth of tumblers, but she said her Amazon account was frozen with $5,500 in it. So was she selling other items? Was she lying about how much she sold of this stuff? What's the real story here, right? Because $5,500 at 20 bucks a piece, that's a lot of tumblers, right? So he agreed to give her the $5,500 plus double it, make it $11,000, and give her $11,000 to cover what Amazon took from her, which goes to those law firms generally. He also agreed to help her get out of the lawsuit, and he agreed to bring her out to his concert so that he could apologize to her, and he agreed to create his own tumbler merch and give the proceeds to her. She apparently has some medical issues, some congestive heart failure, and to give her the money of those for the Christmas sales to help her family with her medical bills and her Christmas time and all that stuff. So she's going to get 11 grand. She's going to get some percentage of whatever he sells of these tumblers. a trip to wherever it is to apologize to her. And this is all great because this is the kind of guy that Luke is. He feels that something wrong was done. However, he has to be a little careful on, sort of basically okaying this behavior, like saying, oh, it was no big deal. This is a big deal. This is why these companies do what they do. Now, again, if it's somebody who was just out at a thrift store like my friend in California who purchased a shirt and sold it and didn't realize that there was any issue with that shirt, it seemed authentic, the tag on it was good, that's fine. But you making and printing trademark infringing items in your office or in your garage, that's not okay. And that's why these companies are such pit bulls against us and bulldogs, because they know that that's what a lot of people do. There was a show on Netflix a couple years ago. I made a video about it, which they trademarked, of course. I don't remember the name of the show, but there was a guy in there, Slobby Rob, whatever. He was printing Gucci shirts, bootleg Gucci shirts in the back of his store, if I remember right. I'd have to watch the show again. And like literally just printing a thing on it that said Gucci and selling them. And I'm like, how is this on TV? How is this allowed? I don't understand it. Is it entertainment purposes? Did he get an agreement with Gucci? You can't go in your garage in your house and just start printing Luke Combs tumblers or Taylor Swift tumblers or even Tom Cruise tumblers or whatever it is. You don't have the right to do that. And Luke is basically letting this lady off the hook, which, okay, fine, let her off the hook, but don't okay her behavior. And I don't know that he's okaying it as much as he's saying she was the wrong target. She's exactly the target they were looking for. She was making trademark stuff, and if she hadn't got caught or shut down, I don't imagine she would have stopped, right? She would have continued to do it because clearly it was profitable. We don't know if it was $380 or $5,500, who knows? But you got to tell, if it would be okay if he called her up and said, hey, I'm going to make sure the lawyers let you out of it. We'll get you your $5,500 back. Don't do it again. Just please, guys, don't sell my trademark stuff. But Luke came on a viral video and said, we're only after these big mega corporations who are trademarking my stuff. If you're somebody who's small, you shouldn't have been wrapped up in it. And that's kind of playing with fire. So Luke, great guy, love him to death, but he should let the lawyers handle that. If he wanted to let her out of this lawsuit and take care of her money and stuff, hey, that's great. And he's an even better guy for doing that. But don't start giving these people the okay as small-time sellers to trademark infringe on your rights and sell stuff that they're printing in their garage. So that's my thoughts on it. What do you guys think about it? Do you think Luke did the right thing? Do you think that he should have given her the money and invited her out to his concert and apologized to her and done everything that he did? Do you think he should have just let the lawyers handle it and tell him to let her out of the lawsuit and leave it at that, like just to make sure she wasn't out anything, maybe reimburse the $5,500 from Amazon that they got or give it back to her? What level of apology versus balancing trademark do you think Luke should have followed on here? Again, Luke is probably one of my favorite singers, definitely my favorite country singer or close to it. He's an amazing guy from all that I can see. He does a great job. Love Luke. I think that he did the right thing here, giving her the money back and letting her out of it. I think maybe he took it a little too far, kind of, making it okay, but we'll see how it plays out and we'll see what happens to her. Guys, don't make items that you don't have the right to make. Don't get yourself in a lawsuit. Don't get yourself trademarked. You can see just how quickly, she just started selling these. You can see how quickly they can nab you. And with all the stories coming out, it's not worth it right now. I didn't mean to do another lawsuit video, but this was huge and viral today, and I felt like all of you guys sent it to me. So thank you again for sending me those Instagram messages, Facebook messages. I got a couple emails about it. Appreciate every time a story hits that you guys send it to me. So thank you for that. And until the next video, hit the like button. Helps the algorithm on YouTube. I really appreciate it. Turn it blue. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future videos, and we keep you safe from stuff like this and the other lawsuits. And until that next video, I'll see you guys later.